right, man. So Gary Antuanne Russell says only he's siding with Teo to defeat Shakur. He says the Lomachenko era Teo defeats Shakur Stevenson. Okay. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about it. Hit the link in the description. The link tree, you can find me everywhere there. So he says that, Gary Antuanne Russell Jr. siding with Teofimo Lopez, my friend. That's my friend, Shakur Stevenson. He said, I'm going to go with Teo, but Teo can't fight Shakur's fight. That's the only way he's going to win, said Gary Russell to Mill City Boxing, between Teo and Shakur Stevenson. He said, if Teo fights like he did against Lomachenko, I got him winning. Other than that, Shakur is going to put him on the ropes, said Gary Antuanne. He'll put him on a leash and walk him like a dog. He's going to time him. He's going to find his range with him, and he's going to pick him apart. Now, most people say that Teofimo Lomachenko was just a product of Lomachenko not doing nothing for the first 6 or 7 rounds. And basically what I believe he's alluding to him walking him down. That's what he's alluding to. He's alluding to walking him down. That's exactly what he's alluding to. He's basically saying that, Shakur has to walk him down. That's what he's saying. He's saying that he has to walk him down. So I don't know if y'all understand. Basically what he's saying is he got to close the gap. And that's not really Teo's strong suit. He did it versus Lomachenko. And once again, most people felt like Lomachenko was able to do it because Lomachenko ain't mount no offense. And the minute Lomachenko mounted offense, it was a wrap. Teo started to fade and some things start, other things started to happen. So, for the most part, that is the number one thing, is that he got to close that gap and push Shakur Stevenson back. And when you're dealing with Shakur Stevenson, a lot of people say, well, he can't punch. He can't punch. He can't punch. But people don't get in there and they don't perform like he can't punch. That's my thing about it. People don't perform like he can't punch. They're not willing just to walk right through him like a Madonna did with Floyd Mayweather. Like a Roberto Duran would walk you all the way down. So that's one thing that you're not getting. You're not getting that performance, and where these guys are literally willing to walk through the fire. That's the thing about it. Teo was a different type of puncher at 135 pounds. He might have been a little bit more athletic at 135 pounds. So those really are, that's really the difference. That's really the difference. That's really the difference. Now, one thing that could shape it up is the fact that you do have Shakur Stevenson coming up, and maybe he might be slower. Maybe he might punch a little. Maybe the power that he does may not, may not translate. Who knows? Who knows? But ultimately, what he's saying is, that Teo has to do is walk him down. He can't give him no space. He can't give him no space. And that's the $1 million question. Can he do so? Can he do so? That's the $1 million question. Can he do so? Can he walk? And the thing about walking him down, you got to use a jab, and Teo don't jab enough, in my opinion. He said if Teo fights like he did versus Lomachenko, I got him winning. Shakur put Shakur. I read that one. He said the one thing about that nobody can take away from Shakur, said Russell, he knows he knows distance. And he's got a good punch selection. A lot of people underestimate his power. Shakur will take his hands down. I feel that naturally Shakur punching power is lesser than Teo. Let me say that. The thing about it is I can have less punching power than you. But if your chin ain't shit, it don't really matter. Or if you can't hit me, then it don't matter. So that's another thing too, as well too. You can't hit me, you know what I'm saying? It don't even fucking matter. You still got to be able to hit me. So, but I do agree. He do have a good punch selection. Shakur throws some hooks. He throws some uppercuts. He said IQ wise, I feel like it's a matchup. It's 50-50 as far as IQ. What puts Teo just above his athleticism? That's he said what puts Teo above his athleticism. Shakur is simplistic by layman's terms. He's by the book. If you do the irresponsible thing, he'll make you pay for it. Russell said, I don't think the IQ is Teo don't got no high IQ, bro. I'm sorry. I don't see where they say Teo got a high boxing IQ at. He really don't even have no conditioning. He don't throw no jab. He's just best when you're coming toward him. Versus Lomachenko, they did that. I don't see this high boxing IQ from Teo. I think he got a good IQ, but to say it's 50-50 with Shakur Stevenson, I don't necessarily see it that way. Okay. But listen to him. But ultimately what he's saying is, that's my friend. They say Teo called niggas monkeys. So that's my friend. That's my friend. We friends to the end. So you got to talk about that. That's my friend. I'm like, nigga, what? Man, these niggas going to be back in slavery. I keep telling y'all, bro, we ain't too far removed from it. We ain't too far from going back to it. But, yeah, like I said before, with this situation, man, Teo really ain't got no shot. Let's keep it real. Teo really don't have a shot, And that's my opinion. And that's my opinion. He don't have much of a shot. But, if he do got a shot, it's really due to, can he catch Shakur, this being Shakur first weight at the weight class. That's the shot. That's the shot. But I think Teo got to come forward. But to come forward versus Shakur, he don't really have the conditioning and he don't throw the jab. And is Teo really, really, really willing to walk through the fire? That's the question. You really, he just really don't have what it takes. He can't outbox him. He not probably going to be quicker than him. He not going to, come on. He really ain't a puncher at the weight. So that's what I'm pretty much saying. Like for him to carry out that game plan that he said, bro, it was simply that Lomachenko didn't throw no motherfucking punches. It was simple that Lomachenko didn't throw no punches. That's what it boiled down to. That's exactly what it boiled down to. Shakur is gonna throw punches. So the thing about it, if he gonna walk down Shakur Stevenson, it's gonna be willing to take some to get some. Teo don't fight in that manner. Soon as Lomachenko start throwing, he started getting beat on. He don't have the conditioning. He don't have the jab. I don't think he can outbox him. So he gonna have to catch him. And if he can punch with Shakur Stevenson, that's the thing about it. Shakur don't really give you the opening to really like he don't throw nothing but one or two punches at the time. He don't give you the opportunity. He don't give you the opportunity. He don't give you the opportunity. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.